Welcome to the next edition of the Movie Pain Train. I'm Andy, and we made a horrible decision.
This is a Pain Train cruise.
Yeah, this is a. I guess that's what we call it, a double feature. We call it a cruise now. Yeah, this Pain Train involves, we're going to see The Legend of Hercules in the next couple moments here. And then after that, on Tuesday, if that works with everybody, we're going to go watch Hercules for in the cheap seats. And with that stars The Rock. I'm looking forward to that movie because that movie at least has got, like, I think a 60% of Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah. Everybody I've known that I've talked to says that movie is horrible, but it has a 60% of Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, because the people on the internet don't necessarily know anything.
Yeah. But
that's the thing.
The one we're about to watch has got like a 2% on Rotten Tomatoes. And
this is like golf, right? The lower the better.
Yeah, yes. The other one has got
we're about to watch one of the best films of all time. We're going to stick with that.
Yeah. So what do you expect of The Legend of Hercules? Other than the fact that you didn't know about it until I told you about it before we started.
I expect it will involve Hercules, maybe pronounced that way. There might be some Greek mythology in there, maybe. And I'm expecting we're going to see a lot of unnecessary shirtless men.
Yeah, probably more like 300.
Yeah. So that's what my expectations are.
Yeah.
Why didn't we buy more alcohol?
Is it 9 o'clock? Oh, we can go. For those of you who don't know, Wisconsin has weird rules, like you can't buy alcohol after 9 o'clock. So we might have to go do that. That sounds like a good idea. This is the best idea ever. Then
we're gonna make this awful movie awesome.
Yeah. So all right. So we'll go ahead and bring on our second victim for the Movie Pain Train for his fifth appearance on the Movie Pain Train.
I love Kevin Sorbo. Is he in this movie much?
No,
because I'm a huge fan of Kevin Sorbo.
You got to move in a little bit closer here.
Well, then your mark is not valid.
Well, you were not in the right position. Oh, hi.
I'm going to violate your personal bubble. So the thing about Hercules is his name is Heracles, not Hercules. So it annoys me a little bit that all these things have the Greek gods like Hera and Zeus and then call him Hercules. Yeah. When Hercules was his Roman name, so Hercules should not be the son of Zeus, he should be the son of
Hera.
Yes, that's the difference. Also, funny story, I didn't know this movie existed either.
You didn't know?
I vaguely, once you told me about this, I'm like, I kind of remember something coming out, like, was it like this February or maybe 20 years ago? I don't remember which, but it came and went.
It came out in February, and it was gone, like, the next weekend.
Yeah, it seemed like a Clash of the Titans style ripoff. So my guess is that there's a lot of unnecessary 3D. There's going to be stuff coming at the camera, and I'm going to hate every moment of it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
I love Kevin Sorbo.
I wonder if we should record our aftermath after we see the second Hercules, and then we can have them all at once and just have it all compare. Or do you guys want to do like the aftermath of this one too?
Could I do the aftermath of this without watching this? Because we can just go right to that. It was terrible. I hated it all.
Wait.
It was almost as bad as RoboCop.
No, it is better than RoboCop.
That's why I said almost as bad.
Yeah,
I can already promise it is not as bad as RoboCop.
All right, let's go watch
Let's go get booze.
Yeah, just booze and watch it. So here we are at the aftermath of The Legend of Hercules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that movie is a legend scary.
Yeah, that movie is. It's not as bad as what Rotten Tomatoes counts it as. It's better than RoboCop, to steal Nathan's line, but not much.
It would have been a lot better. Like if you had not told me this came out in theaters, I would have assumed that this was merely a bad sci-fi Saturday direct-to-TV movie by somebody who saw Gladiator and 300 way too many times. Because this was literally just Gladiator and 300 smashed together with a budget of $7 and then spit into a movie theater.
It was done by Rennie Harlan. And he knows blockbusters. I mean,
Yeah.
have you seen
He's
Cutthroat Island?
probably seen the stores.
Yes,
before they
he's
went
seen
bankrupt.
blockbusters.
That's
yes.
a trick question. Nobody's seen Cutthroat Island.
What? Just because he made it for his girlfriend? I mean, come on.
His girlfriend, wife, fiance, were they married?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole thing of it, and that's I guess it have a lot of things that happen off screen, like when he goes and gets.
Well, there are more than a couple of those cuts. Like,
Yeah.
at one point in time, him and his, I don't even remember his friend's name, were slaves, and then the next scene, one of them just suddenly isn't.
Yes. I mean, and I don't think things happen off screen. I think things just they forgot what had happened, and so stuff just changed.
Yeah, somebody fell asleep in the editing process. Just like, hey, we made a cut. He was like, well, does it look good? How long is it? I'm like, hour and a half. Go with it.
Yeah, it's just there was the editing. I don't think there was an editor because it's just so clumsy and ham-handed. Like, nothing made sense from one scene to the next. None of the character development made sense. Like, Hercules is a nobody, and then he fights for his freedom by beating up 6 people that I'm pretty sure I could take in a fight.
Yeah.
Like I said when we were talking about it, I think they were only undefeated champions because they'd never actually fought before. So technically that means they had never lost a fight.
So we should probably go over
And
slightly.
then people call him a god.
Yes, we should slightly go over the plot here. So Hercules is, obviously he's the son of Zeus.
He's the son of an invisible cow.
Yes. His mom is calls upon Zeus to do something.
Knock her up.
No, her mom calls upon Hera, and Hera says, you know what's awesome? You can do my invisible cow husband.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Like, and I don't get the god's plan there, because the lady's like, I don't like my husband. He's a dick. So Hera's like, okay, how about my husband turns into an invisible cow and fucks you, and then eventually your son will kill your husband. And the lady's like, sure, I guess that works for me.
They're working on the long plan.
So she goes into her CGI tent village, and then an invisible cow fucks her. And then her husband comes in, and she's like, where is he? And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So he runs outside and says to his army, there's someone in the huts. Get him! And then a lightning bolt comes from the sky and strikes the ground a foot away from him, and then he yells at the rain, and we cut to 20 years later.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't Zeus just hit him with that lightning bolt? End of problem.
Yeah, that would have made much more sense. But they're going for that long game. 20 years of just
Zeus was thinking about hitting him.
horrible
We
things.
can't make this terrible movie if I actually hit him. So let's just off it a couple of feet.
If I'm the human woman and I'm like, would you mind killing my husband? And Hera's like, sure, here's my plan. I'll have an invisible cow fuck you. I'd probably say, can't you just kill him? You're like a god? No.
No, you don't question
Trust
the gods.
me.
You don't question them.
The invisible cow doing you is way better plan.
To be fair, she seemed to be enjoying the invisible cow thing pretty well.
Yeah.
She was.
She was writhing with these terrible.
There's really not much else. I mean, there's just a lot of droning on. I think we found the male equivalent of Kirsten Stewart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Kirsten. I think she's Kristen.
Kristen
Dunst is Kirsten.
Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vampire chick. He was like,
Yeah. He was. People would say things and you just go, huh?
my God, watch the movie sometime if you're drunk. Watch the movie and just watch his reaction to anybody else speaking. He makes this just the stupidest dumbfounded look like, I don't understand. What? I'll go punch that guy.
What? Punch? Is that it?
He is the stupidest Hercules I've ever seen.
Food for me now? Cut? Okay. Yeah, because that wasn't acting.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have noticed. You want to point out that terrible spray on tan. It was bothering me the second you mentioned it. He had this dark skin, pale lips just stuck in the middle, which slowly faded as they spent more time in Egypt in the sun.
Oh my God, it was just so low budget direct to TV. I have no clue how this was a theatrical release film.
The Nemean? Nemean?
The main lion looked like a cutscene from a PlayStation 1 game. Like,
being generous.
Hold on.
it looked like a Final Fantasy VII character.
It
looked like Red 13.
We did watch this over my internet. It's possible that maybe the bad internet made the CGI even worse.
The bad internet didn't make archers pull the string back on their bows, and arrows appeared in their hands, and so they let go and then just pulled the string back, and another arrow was there.
That makes sense.
The internet, they're just arrows
yeah,
spawning
the
bows.
arrow had timed out.
They're
and
magic.
It just buffering caught up and placed the arrow there.
Yeah. And, like, they jump into a river, and this river is terrible rapids you have to be rescued from. So he dives in to rescue the woman and pulls her to shore. And then they're immediately surrounded by troops. And by surrounded, I mean literally because 10 guys come from behind them from the river. So those guys in full armor.
No, they're not even pulled to shore. They end up dragging her and him to this spot it's only...
like 6 inches deep.
Yeah, like shin deep.
Yeah, because the guys just walk up behind them from the river. So, like, apparently it wasn't that dangerous.
No, not until it got to that part.
Yeah.
It was dangerous before that.
The entire sequence I was staring at, like, you can hear that they've added the rapid sound, and the water's, like, moving at, 3 miles an hour. Like, yeah, rapids. Lazy river.
Plenty of green screen. Plenty of green screen.
Lots of overabundance of 3D shots. There's an incredible amount of slow-mo.
Slow-mo,
the movie would be at least 20 minutes... 20 minutes.
The normal speed into slow-mo and then speeding back up with the impact of the sword or the fist or everything was at least 80% of the punches and sword swings in the movie. At least 80%.
I don't think anybody lost their footing in full speed.
Yeah, nobody. There was not a single impact ever in normal speed. And it's like, I get that 300 did ramping. I get that you also are full of shirtless men in red cloaks punching each other with gladii. But
swords.
Pull back on the ramping.
Yeah.
Sparingly.
The 3D stuff too. Like it was actually, it would have been kind of cool to see him. He broke his chains and pulled off some giant rocks off on top of 2 pillars that was holding the chains, and then he swung them around like Kratos in God of War. That would have been, I guess, maybe interesting to see in 3D, but...
I would have been more impressed if the fact that the effects in God of War didn't look more real than what we got.
That is very true.
The first scene looked like an opening cutscene from Rome Total War. Like, it was just... I don't get it.
We're treated with The Rock next, and I don't know how this is going to go.
It can't be worse. That's the bright side. It's literally impossible. The only thing that made this better than RoboCop is the villain at least did something wrong.
Yeah, he was an ass.
Well, and he, with the killing and the murders and the more murders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, like they hype it up so much that like the king is running the kingdom into the ground, you never see anything but like one village which seems to be doing okay.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
Yeah, you never see anybody from the perspective of the PI.
Yeah.
You never see anybody going like, "Oh, this really sucks. Yeah. Oh, I can't do nothing. I can't sell nothing." It's like,
you see. The villagers, they're all well clothed. They're in decent physical shape. None of them are starving to death.
Right. Yeah. And apparently this king is got unplowed fields and unprotected civilians. And, the one town he walks into has guards with well-fed and clothed people. And he just beats them up and sends them home.
Yeah.
And his big evil scheme is to go through with an arranged political marriage for a treaty that the father of the other person getting married totally agrees with, and the treaty's good.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's even good about the marriage part, because he threatens to kill her before the marriage. So,
I like how Dad has her dad has absolutely nothing to do with anything.
He has no spoken mind.
Nothing at all.
He's literally sitting there like, marry my daughter, huh? He doesn't even say that part. He just nods knowingly.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, she's seeing Hercules on the side, but... I'm not saying nothing.
Well, you know what? Because it's a fucking political marriage. That's like literally her job from birth is to be married to a guy to unite 2 kingdoms.
Yeah.
Like when you're a princess, that's all you're supposed to do is get married to a guy. So it's not a big shock that when you become old enough to get done and make babies, your dad marries you to a guy for political reasons.
Yeah.
I don't understand why she was surprised by this.
Yeah.
And then her dad seemed okay with it, given that he was part of his plan, but then he just kind of leaves the movie. Because the movie's like, if we discuss the political ramifications of breaking this up, it might be, fuck it, he just leave the movie.
Yeah, we don't need him anymore. Yeah, this movie's shit. It's just flat out.
There's holes in both logic and continuity. It still bothers me, and it's been pointed out, too, that... so, Hercules kills the Nemean lion, And his brother takes credit for it and like waltzes into the throne room wearing the lion, like, yeah, I killed lion and all that. And then you never hear about the lion again for the movie.
Right.
Until like the last sequence when Hercules like shows up storming the gates wearing the lion cloak. Like he just found another one?
I think his brother had the head, and then he actually took the
It was
cloak.
all in a one piece.
Yeah, and besides, he was sent off to war without the thing, and he was a slave for a
Yeah.
while. And
I like how again I love how demanding and bitchy they are as slaves.
yeah,
The slave
Holy
master,
cow.
the slave master. If there was anything like those times, the second they spoke up, they would have been whipped and put to death.
They just henpeck him. They
Yeah.
literally like henpeck him like they're his bitchy wife. Like, oh, what? You're not gonna fight us and give us our freedom? What are you, loser? It's like, oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Like seriously, cut a finger off. Show him who's boss. Literally.
Yeah. He just gave it way too much. It's like, hey, by the way, there's this big tournament up in Greece, and if you put us up there, we'll go against 6 guys. We'll make you a lot of money.
Really?
And then
Tell
he
me
was
more.
sad.
And then, well, we'll get our freedom then, and you won't get any more money. Wait.
But if he makes enough money on the one thing, like that's what I don't get is that then he takes Hercules and puts Hercules up against the 6 guys, 5 guys and a girl. By the way, subtle misogynism, he doesn't kill the girl. Fuck you, Hollywood. Kill her. Like, she's one of the... She's like, come on. Oh, no, not the girl. She has to be tied up and disposed of humanely because we can't injure a girl.
I like how she's fighting with a net, and she's just trying to hit him like
She basically hands him,
like it's a
"Here's
club.
the net." Oh, that's why I don't do that. You're gonna grab it and flip me around in slow motion.
But then Hercules wins this fight single-handedly, winning his freedom, and somehow 2 scenes earlier retroactively winning the freedom of his friend. And then his owner is really, really sad.
Yeah.
Like, did his owner just make $1 bajillion on that fight?
Maybe he changed his bet
I
after
get
it
the
was just
impression
Hercules.
because he made a sad face when when one of the slaves escaped the pit. Like, oh, I was betting on the other dudes.
If he's betting against his own guys, he's an idiot. You have Hercules.
To be fair, he does let his slaves, tell him what to do.
Tell him what to do and just randomly leave.
Right. Just vanish entirely.
I was also excited when he killed the main lion because I'm like, oh, cool. This movie's going to have some of the Hercules things in it. And then he never did another Hercules thing ever again.
No.
Come to think of it, they don't really acknowledge too much. Like, he gets his Hercules powers when he finally says, oh, I believe in Zeus now. Can I have some super strength?
And a laser sword. And a goddamn 30-foot-long laser sword that only kills people I don't like.
Yeah, I love the quote, the long shot of that scene though. You saw it in the trailers. If you watch the trailers, you'll see him like whip somebody with like a giant like lightning whip. But in the movie, they go into a long panned out shot of that, and there's like a good 30 to 40 feet around him that are just dead, and he was standing 5 feet in front of his own guys before he started swinging that thing around.
He's got friendly fire turned off, like we said. He's
Oh,
got
yeah,
friendly
yeah.
fire turned off because that way he can tell who the spies are by shooting his own teammates.
Yeah,
That's a Team Fortress reference.
yeah, I know. I'm so done with this.
That was the thing is though. I'm going to say what I said about I, Frankenstein. Get good and drunk and watch it at home while talking shit, and it's not a bad experience.
No.
It's a terrible movie, but it's not a bad experience.
It's much better to see it alone home with some friends drinking. Yes, I agree with that entirely.
yeah.
That seems appropriate.
Yeah, it's an entertaining bad as opposed to being just a painful, disappointing bad.
Yeah.
It's still pretty painful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Well, should we close out with a nice 3D shot?
Wait, no, you have to do it in slow motion. You have to go
Oh, right.
ramp it, baby.
Ramping up.
I'm getting out of here.
I missed the reference. Pretty important, apparently.
No, that's just what porcupines sound like.
Oh.
There's literally no deeper reference than the fact that that's what porcupines sound like when they're happy.
fucking cute.
They're cute. He's eating his pumpkin. He's like, oh, oh. And the lady goes to take the pumpkin. He's like, Who's eating his pumpkin? Huh? I have the car keys, woman. You live with Andy now.